I'm finally cleaning my bathroom after I said I was going to clean it for the last few days, okay? It is not looking good, okay? So I was like, let me go on and clean it. I don't know what made me actually clean it today, because that was not on the schedule. And for the most part, each day that I have, I like to kind of schedule everything out as far as like what I'm going to do for the day and what my plans is. So the bathroom was not on my bingo card. I just knew I had to clean it, y'all. But let me tell y'all how I decided to get me some cleaners, okay? Now, I'm doing the bathroom now because I got rid of their ass, okay? So let me tell you, it was this little company that I found. I had been looking for them really for months. I had been looking for them for months. I'm like, because I had seen them, that commercial on TV. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I'm thinking about, getting somebody like that maybe one day, to kind of help out or whatever. Because I know me, and I know, like, we have a lot of stuff going on, and I be needing a little assistance. I'm only one person, so it's only so much I could do. So I couldn't, for the longest time though, I couldn't remember the commercial. I didn't write nothing down or anything like that, but I ended up finding it again. I'm not sure how. I think I either saw another commercial or I saw something online. You know how when you think of stuff and then next thing you know, it pops up on your algorithm. About the cleaners, I'm gonna get some cleaners. Now y'all know I moved, so in my new place it's just a lot of extra space than I intended it to be. And like I said, I have a lot of stuff going on. I do content, like I got a lot of personal stuff and things like that going on, so I be needing a little help, okay? So I figured, why not get some cleaners to kind of help out, and it kind of lighten the load, okay? So I said, okay, I'm gonna get the cleaners. So I was looking online to do it, to get signed up and everything like that. So they were advertising it as to be, as low as like $19. Like they was making it seem like it was like, okay, you can get your first cleaner or whatever for the low or whatever. So I'm like, okay, that look like a decent deal. But, I'm like, well, let me read everything, because so many people have been telling me that, just kind of look into it, because it could be like a lot of money and things like that. So they said off bat that was just for the first cleaning, just to basically kind of get people in the door. And so I go to buy, and boom, it's like, okay, and then it's gonna cost this much a month, and it's gonna be a membership and things like that. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Nobody told me about no membership or whatever. But my thing is this, okay, I'm paying the $19, okay, cool. Now you talking about a membership. Okay, so I'm thinking a membership means, that's gonna cover a person coming out every so often, I guess, however frequently you want them to come out. And I was thinking more so like maybe either every 2 weeks, or maybe like once out the month or whatever. So I think I ended up putting every 2 weeks, and it was $19 for 3 hours. That's another thing. I didn't know or was expecting them to say how many hours, the person could be here cleaning. But anyway, so I was like, okay, $19 to get started for a 3-hour cleaning, that's not bad. But another catch was, they were saying if you cancel, because you had to get the membership in order to get that $19 price. That's what I didn't like. It was kind of like basically you were signing up for death row, pretty much. And then once you signed up for it, they were saying you can't like cancel your membership, or you're going to have to pay the cancellation fee. And the cancellation fee, if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn it was $75. So I'm like, okay, let me just give it a try. Let me just see and, try to kind of help us out around here. So I ended up paying, sorry. I ended up paying, and I did have a cleaner come out, but it was a few things that was just like, oh no, like this is, you know, I'm trying to kind of, because I've never had cleaners, so I don't really know, and I'm trying to give grace. And you know, I'm a person that I will give you grace, especially when I'm just now meeting you, or I'm just doing something new for the first time. Like, you only have so much grace though, okay? It ain't finna be no you know, willy-nilly type stuff. So okay, cool. The cleaner comes, you know, she contact me, we talk beforehand, literally days beforehand or whatever. They have to find you a cleaner, and you get to pick what kind of cleaner you want. So I just wanted a standard one, because they were saying if you wanted another cleaner, a more, I guess, you know, advanced one, that you had to pay extra. I'm like, oh no, boo, I'm not paying no extra. So, and then another thing I wasn't really understanding, but I don't know. It just, I guess it wasn't clocking, because I had added two extra hours to my my first cleaning, because they were saying I could add it, but I low-key didn't really realize that, okay, you would have to pay that, like, right then and there within that cleaning. I figured, okay, well, I have the membership now, you know, it shouldn't be no problem or whatever. Okay, let's get back. So talking to the lady, it was a lady. So she came, and first of all, she was late. So, you know, I'm clocking everything. You know, she was late, you know, and it's just kind of like, we have talk dates before, why are you late? So yeah, so she came, and she ended up doing a pretty good job, but it was just little things that, you know, just was kind of upsetting, because it's like, we're paying a lot of money for this membership, and what do you mean that, you know, y'all don't have mops, you don't have equipment for real, like you don't have vacuum cleaners and stuff. Like, what are we paying for a month if y'all don't have these items? Talking about, oh, they stopped that a long time ago, wop wop wop. I'm just like, okay, but I'm paying a membership, like, so I'm like, okay, cool. So long story short, like, it didn't go well. I ended up, another thing too was that she was half cleaning. So she cleaned everything besides the other half of my refrigerator, and I specifically put in there in the cleaning notes that I wanted her to clean, you know, the whole refrigerator. Why would you only clean the refrigerator and not the freezer too? But yeah, overall, I would not recommend that company. I would definitely try to venture out to get other cleaners, but for the most part, I had to do what I had to do by myself. This is the finished look. I was exhausted, but I was just glad that it was clean, child. Now I can do my videos in peace. If you made it this far in this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notifications. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Love you. Bye.